The day Max lost his temper, Max was a 9-year-old boy who had everything under control. He knew how to fix a leaky tap, how to make the perfect chocolate chip cookie, and even how to tie a shoelace in a rainbow pattern. But there was one thing that made Max feel like a tiny tot, and that was bath time. Every night when his mom told him it was bath time, Max would start to panic. The whole routine of taking off his clothes, getting all wet, and having to wash his hair sent him into a spin. And if that wasn't bad enough, he had to wash his hair with a horrible shampoo that smelled like dirty socks. It was so bad that sometimes Max would burst into tears. One day, Max was playing with his toy cars when his mom knocked on his door. "Max, it's time to take a bath," she said. Max didn't reply. He just kept building roads for his cars. "Max, please go take a bath," his mom said a little louder. Still, Max didn't reply. He was creating an airport for his toy planes. Max, his mom started to get angry. "It's time to take a bath right now!" Max finally stopped and looked at his mom. He took a deep breath, trying to be brave. He stood up and slowly walked towards the bathroom. As soon as the door closed behind him, Max let out a loud sob. Taking a bath was like facing a dragon for him. But Max was a brave knight, and he wasn't going to let this dragon defeat him. He turned on the tap to get the water flowing. He dipped his hand inside and tested the water. It was a little too hot, but Max knew that if he asked his mom to turn the knob, she would tell him to be a man and not be such a scaredy cat. So Max did what any normal person would do. He started to scream. "It's too hot! It's too hot!" he screamed at the top of his lungs. Suddenly, the door swung open and Max's dad walked in. "What happened?" he asked, worried. "The water! It's too hot!" Max cried. Dad looked at the knob and then at Max. He smiled and gave Max a wink. He knew exactly what to do. Dad turned the knob and the water started to get colder and colder. Max giggled at first, but then his face turned serious. This was it! This was the coldest water ever. "I can't!" Max said, his teeth chattering. "You can't what?" Dad asked, pretending to be confused. Max took a deep breath. "I can't take a bath!" he said quietly. For a moment, Dad didn't say anything. He just looked at Max, who had his head down. "Why don't you hate baths?" Dad asked gently. Max looked up. "'Cause I have to wash my hair with this," he said, pointing at the shampoo bottle. "And it smells like dirty socks." Dad laughed and ruffled Max's hair. "Hey, I think I have a solution to your stinky sock problem," he said. He picked up the shampoo bottle and started to read the instructions. He said, pretending to think. "This says we should wash our hair with this, if we want strong and shiny hair like a superhero." Dad put the bottle down and looked at Max, who was staring at him with wide eyes. "Would you like to have strong and shiny hair like a superhero?" he asked. Max nodded shyly. "Well, then we have to use this," Dad said, picking up the shampoo bottle again. Together, father and son walked out of the bathroom, leaving the stinky sock smell behind. Max still didn't like baths, but he liked being a superhero even more. From that day on, whenever Max had to wash his hair, he would pretend that the shampoo was a special potion that gave him superpowers. And even though the shampoo still smelled like dirty socks, Max didn't mind because he was a superhero.